Students, so today we are going to have one of the important and interesting session, that is design thinking and product management. Earlier you used to know like what is all about design thinking. In your first semester you might have gone through the design thinking concept, and now you have started with the concept of product management. So today we are going to have a session where how this design thinking is being used in the product management. Yes, the next slide. So to begin with, everybody know that the role of a product manager. So the role of a product manager is very crucial, where that person holds the ownership of the product and he used to know the needs and wants of the customers. And how this design thinking is being used for the product managers, as it is there is a gap between the users' needs and want, and it is easy to assume that difference might be not very clear. So that is where this design thinking plays an important role, because in the design thinking we have 5 stages where identifying the problem plays a very important role, that is the empathy part. So as being the product managers, you are the problem solvers. How we are going to solve the problem? By understanding the customer needs and wants, and how that product is satisfying the customer needs and wants. So all those, being as a product manager, you will be doing the analysis, and that's why the design thinking process will come into an existence to help the product managers how to do the empathy part, how to do the problem identification, how to do the product ideate, everything, all those 5 stages which is being linked with the product management. Yes, the next slide please. So what is exactly the design thinking is all about? Everyone knows that, where it is always focuses on the needs, aspiration, wishes and concerns, frustration and attempting to solve the problems. We have gone through several examples where this design thinking is being implemented in lots of industries where going through. First one is identifying the problems. So that is why where now the design thinking plays an important role in the product management. So when a problem solving is approached from a user point, it allows for uncovering novel insights into products user flow. That is why when you include this design thinking concept in your product management, where you are going to find what that product is exactly going to be a solution for the customers, that exact flow you will get when implementing this concept. So that is why we are going to see the step-by-step process, how you are going to implement the design thinking in product management. Yes, the next slide please. So what is exactly you are going to have the balance breakthrough through this model is that for the better management decision, for any product management decision, design thinking allows for empathy, research, inspiration, iteration and reduce ambiguity. So at the end of the day, the design thinking makes it easier to find out the perfect point of intersection between the desirability, feasibility and the viability. We have 3 points where it is very useful for the product. One is the desirability, one is feasibility and the viability. What is desirability? What the people want. Say for example, if you take a product, what the people want will be the desirability. Whether it is the feasible, whether doing the product is feasible, whether technically it is feasible for the customers. And third one is viability, how it can be accessed by the customer. So all these 3 points combined together will make an effective product. So design thinking will help you in identifying whether it is desirable, whether it is feasible and whether it is viable. Yes, the next slide please. So that is why you are going to have a clear balance between the 3 process: desirability, feasibility and viability. When all these 3 factors is being satisfied by the product, the design thinking will help you in giving a better solution what the customer really expects. Yes, the next slide please. So coming to the point, the process of having the design thinking in product management, as it has been said earlier, the user research, personas, problem points, and the next slide please. The prototype, testing and finally the product. As I have clearly explained it earlier, first of all identifying the problems, that is what the user research, where you will be doing the research to find out the exactly what the problem the customer is facing through and what that product is going to give a solution. And for that you are going to do a research, you are going to identify the needs and wants of the product, and then you are going to like build a product. That is what previous slide please. And that is what this previous slide. And that is what the next step comes as personas. And third one, identifying the exact problem. What is the exact problem and what solution that product is going to give you for that problem is, that is what the problem point. And the next slide please. And as we have communicated earlier, the 2 points, one is prototype and finally the product. Prototype and testing whether that product, when you after building the prototype, you are going to test it whether that product is satisfying the user needs and wants, and that is why getting all the feedback from the customers, you are going to do the testing of the product and you are going to get an effective product out of that. And finally, yes, if there is any changes we need to implement in that product, you are going to do it with the feedback from the customers, and that is why you are going to get a final product. So all these 5 processes will plays an important role in product management. When you combine both design thinking and a product management, I assure that definitely you will get an exact outcome, what the people needs, wants, and how the product is going to be an effective product for the customers. Hope this session would give you a clear description on how the design thinking is working in the product management. Thank you so much.